back that over the top through ball. Mate, it's over the top through balls are just orgasmic. Yeah, they massively boost one stat to like take it away from another. You know, how's it going then, ladies and gentlemen? I hope you're all doing very well. Welcome back to another video here on our channel. On the FIFA Analyst, today we are bringing you a Nkunku player review. We have played a load of games with this card, and we were trying to decide, first of all, which one were we going to pick. So we're going to start off and actually talk to you about which version we picked and why did we do so. We did go ahead and pick the passing version of Nkunku. I spent a lot of time doing this purely for the simple fact of you obviously, once you make the decision, you can't change it, right? So you've got to make sure that you're making the right decision at that time. And at first, I'll be honest, I thought the shooting card would be the better option for us. And then when I looked into it, I realized that the passing one was better for me. So we played 12 games with him. We got 2 goals and 5 assists. Where did I play Nkunku? I played him in that centre mid role in a 4-3-2-1, the left centre mid, so he could get forward. I wanted him to get involved in the attack. Let's talk a little bit about the card. He does come in at 177,000 coins, roughly, give or take. And the reason why I wanted to go for the passing one, by the way, was that unless you're playing him up front, there's no need to take the shooting one. I don't think you get into enough shooting positions to see the benefit. I did originally play a hunter chemistry style on this card, but then I went ahead and actually changed to an anchor because he just wasn't getting into the shooting positions enough to even justify the hunter. And I thought, you know what? If I can increase those defensive and those physical stats with the anchor, that was exactly what we went for on him. So his card on the passing version does come with 87 acceleration, 84 sprint speed. And with the passing, we have got 95 short passing and 92 long passing. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that is the joint best passing on the game right now, you know, across kind of a load of cards. I could be wrong on that, not including icons, but he's absolutely up there for one of the best players for passing the ball. In terms of traits that he's got, he does have the outside of the foot trait and the finesse shot as well, which are 2 very nice traits for a guy in the middle of the park. He comes with 4-star skill moves and 3-star weak foot, and he is a medium on those work rates. His body type is lean as well, which is one thing to take into account because he will get shrugged off the ball a little bit with only the 73 strength that he does have on the base card. So as I said, I played him in a left centre mid on get forward and cover wing, so we could see what he was like going in the attack and what he was like in the defense as well for us. Let's first of all talk about his pros and his cons, because that is why you're here on this video. His pros, obviously his passing. His passing is absolutely phenomenal. You're going to see some live gameplay in a short bit, and I actually think he is the best passer that I've used on this game. Over the top through balls are so strong on FIFA 22, and having this card and the ability to ping the ball, distribute it into your strikers, he works an absolute treat on that. He does also have incredible passing along the ground. The R1X passes, the RBA, the driven passes is something that Nkunku can absolutely do with no problem whatsoever. Pings the ball in perfectly, perfect speed, perfect height, just everything perfect about them. And I know I keep kind of going on about it, but it is so good. So if you're a player that maybe likes to hit on the counter attack and look for those over the top through balls, Nkunku is your man. If you want to try those driven passes into your striker, Nkunku is your man. He does that very well. Moving on to his shooting, I put this down as a con, just for the fact of that he's not very good at it. You know, you saw a low driven against Neuer. He just didn't really get too many, you know, clear goal scoring chances. I had quite a few green time finesses on the edge. Bearing in mind, he's got the finesse shot trait, but on his normal shooting card, he has 80 shot power, 75 finishing, and 77 long shots. So that finesse shot trait really doesn't change too much, if I'm perfectly honest with you. Even when you green time finesse it, he isn't going to be getting many goals from outside the box. Is that a problem? Yes, to an extent, because if you're running 2 centre mids, say you're running Nkunku and Kante, you have no long-range finesse shot as an option with your centre mids, which when you're playing against someone with drop back, it's sometimes good to go for those shots outside the box to let them know that you're happy going for it, that you're comfortable going for it, and he just doesn't give you that as an option. So do take that into account when you're making your decision. His dribbling is really good. I felt very comfortable with him on the ball. One of the things that I really liked about him was that with his pace, with 87 acceleration, 84 sprint speed, he burst away quite comfortably in the middle of the pitch, actually. He just manages to pick the ball up and just take 2-3 strides, really get the ball moving and transition into attack. That was something I really liked about him. His dribbling was good. It kept the ball nice and close. A few little agile dribbling touches as well really, really helped spark that ignition in the attack. With the 4-star skills as well, that is a bonus. Obviously, he's got the ability to do some skill moves in the middle of the park, which is always helpful. And then if you get inside the box, you can look, you know, for your lack roquetas, something like that as an option for you. His strength was felt. There was times where, you know, he got out-strengthened. There was one where Kevin De Bruyne, actually, where he just managed to out-strengthen Kevin De Bruyne, carried on running. I know De Bruyne is not the strongest player on the pitch, but if you're up against, I don't know, let's say a Vieira, maybe a Kante, a Zakaria, someone like that, he is definitely going to get out-strengthened. That's no two ways about it. Release the ball before the opponent, you know, kind of gets close to you, would be my advice on that front. His positioning, his medium work rates. This is a con. And I mean this very much, take this into account. There is times where Nkunku just isn't quite there. You know, sometimes when you're in there, I'm sat there with the missus maybe, and you're talking to her, and they're just not there. They're just daydreaming. It's like he's like that at times. They're just not all there, and that can be a big letdown. Sometimes if a player feels like they're missing on the pitch, you can really struggle to get them into the game. How would I come around this? I would use instructions to try and get Nkunku to be the man that you want. So if you were playing him in a box-to-box CM role, maybe have him on get forward. I don't think he'll do that well on stay back while attacking. People keep asking, can I play Nkunku as my holding DM? No, I think you need someone next to him who's defensive-minded, and then Nkunku is the one which will get forward more. To take that into account. Excuse me. His heading, I mean, his heading is what his heading is, to be honest with you. It's not really like, you know, a strong point of his game, obviously. I don't think that's something too much that we really need to worry about. He's got 68 jumping. He's got 73 strength. He's not going to be the player that you're going to be booting the ball up to try and head it to him, if I'm completely honest with you. So, yeah, I probably wouldn't advise doing that if that's something that you were thinking about having him in that role. And he's defending with the anchor on. Obviously, he's very much more capable of defending when you do put that. You could go for a shadow if you wanted to, if you were playing him in more of that holding DM role. But that anchor does take his defending to 85 interceptions, 82 defensive awareness, 90 stand tackle, and 87 slide tackle, which is more than fine, and takes his strength up to 83 as well. So if you want him to have more defensive stats, like I chose to in the end, because I just felt like he wasn't getting into that shooting position enough, you can go ahead and chuck that anchor chemistry style onto him. What we're going to do now is just show you some live gameplay, and then we'll jump back straight into the review. Well done. Quad lad. Is he shrugging off here? De Bruyne. Incredible. What ball? Ref! What? What a ball, though. Is it? Ball. What a ball. Normally. Oh, look at that. Just exactly where we want it to be. Good pass. Bearing in mind, we are getting later on into the game as well. Good tackle, Nkunku. So stamina. Oh, there. That driven pass is so quick and just exactly where you wanted it to be. You know, there was no... But, yeah, definitely offers a little bit. Obviously shooting. Ooh, unlucky. Not a bad effort. Not a bad effort at all. Get some sub in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Show some love and some support. Thank you for choosing to support this. So, let's talk about the team links on Nkunku. He's French, which obviously means you can take him over to pretty much any league, really. La Liga, League One, and Premier League, which is great. That's always a nice bonus. In terms of the links in the Bundesliga, you've obviously got the links to Mukalele if you wanted to, or Klosterman as your kind of strong links, or you can go for Upamecano as well. Just have some good links in the Bundesliga. If you wanted to maybe have him with Upamecano and Davies at left back, you're more than free to do that. So there are some good links there, which does make him easier to go ahead and get into your team. Longevity of card. How long do I reckon he can last? I think he could last for quite a while, purely for the simple fact, I'm talking about maybe 1 to 2 months here, purely for the simple fact, if you actually compare him to De Jong, the road to the final Fred, he's probably arguably the better card, really. Road to the knockout Fred, sorry. He's arguably the better card. So he could last for the next month or two till after Christmas, maybe start a new year when we start to get close to the team of the year. So definitely good on that front. Enjoyment of card. I really enjoyed using Nkunku. The over-the-top through balls, honestly, just phenomenal. The best card I've used for that this year, which brought a lot of excitement, a lot of enjoyment to my play, knowing that he has the option to go for that over-the-top through ball. So I'd really rate him highly for the enjoyment for myself. I do think he can be played at almost any level bar top end of FIFA. I'm talking pro level FIFA here. I think he just get bullied too much. I don't think he knows his place enough. I don't think he's got the strength, the height, that sort of thing to really be... He's not a Kante for defending, right? And he's not like, I don't know, a Kevin De Bruyne going forward. I think he's kind of in the middle. So that's why I don't think he'd be at the top level. But I'm talking pro FIFA here. You know, if you're a Division 1 elite player, you can use him and have absolute fun with him. No problem whatsoever. My overall rating... I think I'd give him an 8.5 out of 10. 8.5 seems to be a consistent rating for me recently. And the only reason why I'd give him that and not any higher is purely because I think his shooting needed to be better for me to, you know, give him a higher rating. And the medium work rates is a letdown, you know, because he goes missing. You can't have players going missing and really, like, enjoy them to the fullest extent. Other than that, he was fine for me. I really did enjoy the card. I'm glad I've done him. I'm glad he's on the RTG as well, because I will get a lot more games with him and have a lot more fun with him as well. He is a card which, yeah, I definitely have enjoyed using. So you guys, if you're sat here and you're going, I run an RTG, 170,000 coins is a lot for me, I want to partner him next to Kante or in form Zakaria, is that fine for me, analyst? Absolutely. Go ahead and get him done. If you're thinking, I'm a little bit on the fence, I want him as a holding DM, don't do it. He's not worth that for you. You definitely want a more defensive-minded midfielder if you're trying to get someone else like an inform Zakaria will be better on that front. But he is a fun card to use nonetheless. So you guys let me know if you are going to pick him up. If you are, please do drop a like on the video if you did enjoy. Do subscribe to the channel if you are new. Thank you all for watching. You can see more player reviews here. And I'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.